Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again for another weekly update in DCS World. This is your host, Prickly Hedgehog. Hope you're all doing well. Now, a little bit busy for me this week, so I apologize. There wasn't a midweek update, nor was there a midweek really update from DCS. Unfortunately, I was very busy this week. I had to take people through training, which is very difficult to do when you're still trying to practice social distancing, but nevertheless we got through that, and that kind of soaked up a lot of my resources this week. And then of course there was fine weather, so I needed to do stuff outside and enjoy the weather. I went for a bike ride and trying to get back into fitness, stuff like that. Anyway, all that guff aside, let's take a look at what is going on in the DCS world, and we'll start with their little update here they have. And people mentioned this to me, there were some differences between the free-for-all event and what was going on Steam. So thanks for those comments. Now, according to Eagle Dynamics, there is a slightly more limited but nevertheless substantial event also going on the Steam platform. You're able to fly the F-18, of course, the Viper and the Warthog, as well as the Tiger II, the F-5E. And the Persian Gulf map is also available, and then all the DCS World War II products are for free during a 2-week period from April 19th to May 3rd. And then also between the 13th and 27th of May, there's a 50% discount on all DCS World Steam products will be available. So just make sure you're not getting confused between the two, and I apologize if there was any confusion last week about that. Now, here's an interesting a little snippet, and I saw Spudknocker actually had a little question on Twitter to Eagle Dynamics about what they were talking about here. So let's look at the roadmap now for the F-18C Hornet. Yeah, this. So he was like, "Wait a minute, it doesn't look like, it's going to be ready, but it's not going to be ready." Anyway, saw a little bit of confusion about this, perhaps. Now this is from Wags, and let's see what he has to say here. This is from a couple of days ago, so I apologize too. So this is back from the 22nd, so literally 2 days ago. Hornet pilots and community, I'd like to discuss the F-18 Hornet roadmap. We're looking forward to working with you in a constructive and efficient manner to create an achievable and transparent roadmap that covers the features to be delivered by the end of 2020. That's right, by the end of 2020. That will bring the Hornet out of early access. Believe it or not, the Hornet is still in early access even after all this time. So, and in fairness, incredibly complex avionics package with the Hornet, and not so much in terms of the flight control systems, but mainly here we're talking the weapon systems, which are pretty involved, very, very layered, and the aircraft does carry a significant number of weapons. So he says, I have included the features that we plan to work on in 2021 to sustain the Hornet after early access completion. Out of early access features will include completion of the Lightning targeting pod, to be delivered with the next update, dynamic launch zone auto mode for JDAM, also to be delivered with the next update, the air-to-ground radar map and fixed target track, or FTT, to also be delivered next update. The SLAM air-to-surface missile, next update. We've got some things here. So there's a little caveat. They've got complex. This is their little, how would you say, decoding for the various projects involved and what this means. So complex means it's going to be 12 to 20 weeks of development. Difficult, 4 to 8 weeks of development. Normal, it's 2 to 3 weeks of development. And I presume, of course, that doesn't necessarily include hiccups that occur. Now, air-to-ground radar, EXP modes 1, 2, and 3, GMT and GMTT modes, and sea-search mode. This is complex, so 12 to 20 weeks in other words. Difficult, azimuth, elevation air-to-air radar mode with auto IFF modes. That is on the difficult. 4 to 8 weeks development, like I said. Difficult, coupled autopilot modes. Difficult, ACLS mode. Difficult, data symbols. EW symbols and AG symbols for the joint helmet-mounted control system. Normal, correct possible flare number loaded. Normal ASPJ DCM jammer. Normal adjust countermeasure programs when on the ground. Normal mark points. Normal offset waypoints. Difficult slam ER air to surface missile. Difficult harpoon C radar directed mode. Iterations during 2020 until completed. Update the flight model for ground effect, takeoff, pitch effects, autopilot based on FPM, touch and go handling, and other remaining flight model issues. And one of the things that I'm interested in, and this is from the Fighter Pilot podcast, where Jello was talking about one of the effects of landing on the aircraft carrier as you come in, let's say, I don't know how many meters back or yards back it would be from the boat, but you get basically air spooling off the aircraft carrier deck. Remember that the aircraft carrier is usually moving as fast as it can to enable the aircraft to land with speed under their wheels, to facilitate the landing a little bit better. But you get air then spoiling off that deck, and then it pops down, creates a little sinkhole, and then it bounces up, which creates lift. Now I don't know if this is modeled in the game, and if you do know that, let me know. But I thought that was just an interesting thing, and thinking about ground effect, takeoff, and all this kind of stuff with the F-18. I'm wondering if that is something that is modeled in the current system, and I'm not sure if it is or isn't. It doesn't feel like it when you land, and whether or not that would actually be modeled in the SuperCarrier version. As if landing on the carrier isn't difficult enough, we're going to add that in too. But I'm just curious. It's just something that popped into my head when I thought that. All right, moving along. So for 2021, stand by. These 27 things here, and I don't know all of the acronyms here, but this is what we're talking about. Jamming targets not displayed on the radar should be in dugout. Aircraft setup card in options. Mission card for 60 waypoints with properties. Sequence 1, 2, 3, PP, PB, initial, etc. Range while scan, raid, air-to-air, radar submode missing, radar spot mode, air-to-ground, radar interleaved mode for C and GMT, air-to-ground radar, air-to-ground ranging mode, harm pre-briefed mode, GBU 32 JDAM, select air-to-air and air-to-ground on the ground, the TALD decoy or TALD, the AIM-7P, the Mark 77 firebomb. Ooh, I wonder what that is. The GBU-24 Paveway 3 laser guided bomb. In LAR-Q is also missing. The missing function of wide radar or WIDE auto acquisition mode, cannot slew it. The UFC BU page, flight member target, ground target SA page symbol missing. Fuel bit page, the MUMI page, gun sparks at night. That's cool. I like the visual stuff that's going on here too. INS GPS, full simulation and alignment, carrier and ground. Alright. Loft modes, AIM, JPF, and other JDAM and JSOW remaining functions. BDU 45 training bomb. Okay. Gen X decoy. Wonder what that is. SA and auto countermeasures modes. And then lastly here, the AT FLIR. ATFLIR. Alright, bear with me. Now, we decided to first focus on the most difficult features to develop and finish them this year. This, however, here we go. People are going to be angry. This, however, will slow down our F-16C Viper development efforts. However, here's the good news. F-16C will continue to be updated in 2020, and it will receive updates to the targeting pod, updates for the HUD and the HST steer point creation, and the addition of more weapons. So that's good news. We are open and look forward to your comments and requests. Let's discuss it and finalize the plan. This is a whole discussion point on its own, so let me know what you think. I think the short version of this is, are you angry that the F-18 is still being worked on and is going to receive more resources than the F-16? I don't know. It is what it is. we don't really have a whole lot of control over this. I don't see the community's feedback necessarily changing this if they are keen to get the F-18 out of early access. And I think that's probably a good thing, and certainly F-18 fans and those who have purchased the module and are still flying it regularly and enjoy the aircraft model, those people probably won't be disappointed. Their question will be, well, why were we waiting? Why have we had to wait so long for all of this stuff anyway, and why did we go to the F-16? So you can have a foot in both camps, or you can, depending on how you view this, which scope you use to focus on this particular issue, you could see it either way. I'm not entirely neutral. I would love to see more work done on the F-16 because I love that aircraft, but that's just a bias. It's not necessarily a correct answer. So yeah, give me your thoughts on that. Thanks, Wax, for the update, and interesting to see how this is going to pan out, because I don't think we're going to see the last of this discussion for a while, because they've got a lot of work ahead of them based on what we've got here. And in fairness, and I've said this in the past too, now that I, kind of go over my words here and over my thoughts about this and what was written, I've been thinking about this for a couple of days now. In fairness, they did say that the stuff that they were working on with the F-18 translated pretty well to the F-16, so it's not like this is, time wasted or anything like that. The compatibility of stuff, the cross-training, if you like, is going to assist them. Hopefully that will speed up the process of getting the F-16 up and running, and it won't take them quite so long because they're not reinventing the wheel, so to speak. So anyway, I won't dwell on that any longer. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that, because I think it's certainly an interesting thing. All right, on to more positive and exciting things. Remember that last week we talked about certain things not being available for free. Again, the exclusions include the JF-17 Thunder, which was only going to have a $15 US dollar discount, and also the F-14B and the Vigan. He blows out. They're not doing any freebie stuff, and that's entirely understandable. They're a much smaller studio. They are needing money for their product, so understandable on that. So moving along to the helicopters. Fly helicopters for free. Now this is exciting. So this week they would like to bring us rotary wing aircraft. Sorry, brain fart. So you can get to fly the Huey, the Gazelle, the Ka-50 Black Shark, which is a freaking awesome aircraft, I must say, and also the Mighty 8, the Mi-8 MTV-2. I want my MTV for free, and get ready for also the Mi-24P, the Hind. Now I'm very, very excited about this aircraft. I can't wait to see this in some sort of early access, or something that we can actually tangibly get our little mitts on. This is the Mi-24P development update. So the external model and cockpit texturing is coming along very well, apparently. And then they've got aft crew station stuff here. The cockpit instrument panels and other control systems animations are being programmed, so that's good. The mapping display, the feature set is in the final stages of the definition. Flight model, good progress is being made. Once the final touches have been delivered on the Thunderbolt, the P-47 Thunderbolt, which is one of the World War II birds, and that's in early access, the full focus will then go into the Mi-24P. Sorry. So that's exciting. Can't wait to see a little bit more on that. Yeah, if you're a whirlybird fan, then this is good news for you. And fair enough. It's ambitious. I really like how ambitious DCS are and Eagle Dynamics in terms of the projects that they're willing to put in. And I think this is again another slice in the genre that adds excitement and gives the game just that extra little bit of realism. Of course, what we still really need is a dynamic campaign, so we can mesh all these different aircraft together into some sort of cohesive, complex, evolving war environment. But however, for now, it's good stuff. All right, now they also mentioned the combined arms with World War II assets pack here. They have included various bits and pieces. So There's some growing realism here, they're saying, of our ground combat operations. They're still a long way from where they want to be in the area but of combined arms, but you may be surprised with the progress we have achieved, they say. Now, the following units are fully operable with the addition of 2 new tanks. Ooh. The ACSD.KFC 234/2 Puma. That was a mouthful. The AG Stug 3 Ausf.G. The AG Stug 4. The CT Centaur 4. The CT Cromwell 4. The HIT Churchill 7. The Tiger 2. The Tiger 1 and the Ausf H. The Panther Ausf, G. The Sherman M4 and the Sherman Firefly. The Elephant 184, the Jagdpanther G1, the Jagdpanzer 4, and the TD-M10 GMC. So you can take control of ground ops with DCS combined arms. Whew. Alright, well, that was Friday's update for this week, and lots of interesting things going on, of course, in DCS world as usual. I hope you found the video somewhat informative and helpful. And yeah, looking forward to doing a little bit more flying this weekend, although Saturday's probably going to be out for me. I'm having to go to work for that. Hopefully that doesn't turn into a clown show. That's going to, cock up my weekend, really, which is frustrating. Yeah, wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. Carry on flying. Take care of yourself, and we'll keep muddling through. It's Prickly Hedgehog out. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.